Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to those who are tuning in. So I'm just going to enlarge this window screen. There we go. Hey, Yon. It is a Monday. It's the 25th of March. It is a Monday. It is 8:48 p.m. here in Brisbane. Today marks 100 days sober. I have been sober for 100 days. So that's pretty cool. And I guess my sobriety has been related to alcohol. So, yep, 100 days of no drinking. I've chosen a poem tonight to relate to that, but I guess I can make some comments on what it's been like being sober. I guess one of the biggest things I've noticed is, look, I'll be honest, I haven't really noticed too much. I think I am more proud of the fact that I've been able to last so long. I don't think I've ever gone this long without a drink, ever, since I started drinking. I actually, no, that's a lie. I think I maybe have done. No, actually, no, I haven't. I've always, I've always more or less drunk quite regularly. Besides the, one or two health kicks that I've um, endeavored to complete, where it required me to stop drinking for a couple of weeks. But other than that, since I started drinking when I was 17, I have drunk pretty regularly, and um, after my Christmas party last year, had a shitty hangover, and um, it was anxiety filled, and it lasted nearly a week, um, and I couldn't do it. I just hated that I did that to myself, and I put myself in that position, and I couldn't blame anybody else, and I think it helped that I was alone. I was alone in Townsville when that happened, and um, yeah, uh, I just decided that I didn't want to drink. Um, Initially, it was for 90 days. I was just going to stop drinking for 90 days, but I think I'm going to push it to 120. And um, if I feel like extending it more, I'm going to extend it more. But um, look, one of the biggest things I've realized whilst being proud of myself was just a lot of I guess only in hindsight I really realize it is just clarity of mind. I've been able to. I realized that I was using alcohol on weekends to suppress a lot of how I felt. Um, and I mean, it sounds pretty deep and dark, but because I wasn't able to hide behind alcohol while I was in Townsville, I had to answer a lot of questions. And um, I guess one of the questions that kept pestering me with how I felt and what was happening with my mental state was work, and I had to fucking answer that question fairly quick, not fairly quickly, but I had to be very honest with myself. And I think before I moved to Townsville, a good coping mechanism was to drink. Um, I would, bust myself, um, or work ridiculously hard from Monday to Friday, and uh, drink away more or less all that fucking angst about whether this was going to be for me for the rest of my life. When I well, I just didn't want to answer that question, so I would suppress it, and yeah, and being in Townsville, I had to fucking face the noise and realize that, you know, I had to make a very big decision, and yeah, fucking oath, and I did it. So, you know, although I say I haven't noticed a lot of changes, there've been some things in hindsight when I look back, I'm just like, oh, you know, fuck, I couldn't have done that. Oh, I don't think I would have been able to do that so easily if I was still drinking. So, yep. Clarity of mind was one. I think another one is I noticed the importance of changing my environment. Um, Again, moving to Townsville and being alone, it made it very easy for me to not drink because I guess the friends that I usually hang out with when I drink like I wasn't around them, and it. Not saying that they were a bad influence, but it was just like common practice. Especially me, I'm the biggest instigator in those scenarios. When I'm with my friends, I know for a fact I'm the one that wants to be on the piss, and you know it's kind of sad when I look back because obviously I don't know if it was fucking subconsciously I was just aching to push those, to suppress certain feelings in me. So I wanted to do it in a group so I didn't feel like such a fucking loser for wanting to drink so much. So, in the sense of changing my environment, I just realized that it was just so much easier. I had friends and colleagues that wanted to drink in Townsville, but it was so easy to say no to them. Whereas being here in Brisbane, I'm known as the guy that likes to have a drink, or is always down for a drink. And fuck oath, it's hard. It's really hard. So I found that taking myself out of an environment that I was comfortable in, and I was in a routine of where those habits of drinking and going out were so easy, and something that was related to my identity. It was so much easier to get rid of that identity by changing my fucking environment. So that was another a big lesson that I learned in hindsight. It was, and I quite enjoyed that. It's something that I'm surprised at how easy it was to stop something like drinking by changing. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm explaining that right, but it just seemed so much easier when I just took myself out of a situation where it came to me so easily to drink. So that was definitely a big lesson that I learned, and yeah, it was really good. Another thing I noticed as well is I saved. Obviously, fuck, you're gonna save a lot of money, but I saved a lot of money. Even though I was living by myself in Townsville, I found different ways to keep myself preoccupied. I enjoyed quiet Saturday and Friday nights, so like I wasn't out spending money that I'd usually would. So it was nice to see certain bank accounts, like saving bank accounts, slowly build up. I liked a lot of those business adventures, like starting those Shopify stores at the start of the year. I couldn't have done it if I was spending, because I wasn't really spending hundreds of dollars most weekends when I was drinking. So it was nice to be able to have enough splurge cash to try different ventures. So that was definitely something that I noticed and I quite liked. And since I haven't, uh, I guess, spent any more money on those online shops, my savings is looking pretty good, and it's kind of set me up for the next 2 months, that I'll be that I have more or less budgeted for Townsville. So um, yeah, that's been pretty good. So look, I think I don't want to keep fucking dragging on this spill, but yeah, the three main things that I really took out of it was clarity of mind, the ability to change my environment, and the financial benefits. And I haven't really gone too in depth into those three categories, but those are the ones that stood out to me. And I mean, it's 100 days. I'm gonna go for 120. Um, I've really enjoyed it. I've liked the way that I feel. Um, Knowing I can say it, I kind of enjoy saying no to alcohol now. It's, I don't know, it just feels good. Um, and it's nice because I still remember what it felt like during that hangover from the Christmas party last December, and it was fucking terrible. I'm sure a lot of people have had bad hangovers, but 1 week or 2 weeks after, fuck, you want to get on the piss again. But that was just enough to be like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. Because that's what it was. It was just me. I'm the only one to blame. I am the fucking only, I'm the only person that put those drinks in my hand, in my mouth, consumed it, and then fucking wanted to socialize and shit. I just remember what it felt like afterwards when I was laying in bed for the whole Sunday. Wasted the whole Saturday and Sunday in bed. And the fucking anxiety that I had to deal with for the week after, because it was like a realization, like, dude, you fucking did this to yourself, Yeah. Everyone that you drank with on that Christmas party night, you were so hyped. I was so hyped. I was so ready to be on the piss, and like, they all went about their own lives. And I was stuck with that fucking feeling of being hungover and wasting 2 days, and it carried on into my work week. And just remember, like, thinking to myself, this is on you. Like, you have no one else to blame. So you were the one that put you in this situation. You were the one that's gonna get you out of it. So there, look, that pretty much kicked off the 100 days sober, or the sobriety run. And yeah, look, I've reached 100 days, so maybe, look, I might do another one in 120 or 200 days, and we'll go from there. But anybody that's ever thought about giving it up for a bit, do it. Yeah, I can't say there's no cons to it, besides the fact that you might miss a social event here and there because fuck, it's too tempting. But it's been pretty fucking eye opening for me. I mean, I wonder if I continued to drink, if I would still be in the same fucking job. You know what I mean? Like, if I would have just suppressed how I felt, if I would have just drank my fucking weekends away. Who knows? I'm very glad that I started the fucking sober run, and it's been pretty good. It's pretty good. The poem today that I wanted to read is "Take One Day at a Time." It's by Leanne Rimes. It was published on the 19th of May, 2023. goes like this: take one day at a time. Life is not to be rushed or hurried, so you don't have the time to enjoy the journey. Be mindful of your surroundings. Take time to stop and not just smell the roses, but admire the view. Make time for those who make time for you, and don't worry about those who don't. If you can be anything in this world, be kind to others. But please remember to always be kind to yourself. Everyone deserves a bit of human kindness, whether a warm smile, a loving hug, or a few kind words of encouragement to inspire someone to keep up the fight. Do what makes you happy. Do what's right. Take one day at a time. Look forward, not back. You're not going that way. Keep smiling and let your smile change the world. But don't let the world change your smile. That was a bit. Look, it's a. I don't want to say it's a corny poem, but it's not usually the one that I usually go like this. Keep smiling and let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change it. Don't let the world change. It's not the usual poems that I go for, but I quite like. There's this line here: if you can be anything in this world, be kind to others, but please remember to be kind to yourself. It's so true. I think a lot of me as well. I do like to self-punish, but it's always nice to just enjoy some of the small beauties of life that you encounter every day. And often I am very guilty of this, and it's being quite selfish. I mean, you are living your own reality, so you're going to be thinking about yourself a lot, but I am often, I guess, constantly thinking about how things are going to affect me, and I want to. I definitely want to change that in the sense of being mindful of my surroundings and the people that I interact with. The last couple of days, a lot of friends have not just mentioned that they watch my videos, but they're starting to share certain stories about their lives, and it's just so. It just makes me feel so fucking full. Fulfilled in the sense that. I'm really glad that I'm able to relate to them. But yeah, look, corny-ish poem, but take one day at a time. I think, yeah, good poem. Look, those who tuned in, if you're on a giving up something. I think a lot of people are on Lent and whatnot. I would love if you guys would maybe reach out to me or let me know of something that you've given up, and or if you're thinking about giving up alcohol for a bit. I'm always up for a chat. More than happy to share some tips that I've figured out along the way. But look, I'll wrap it up here. I don't really have too much else to say, so I'll leave it here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.